A very good morning to all the students. I hope every one of you is in your best health and doing well. So today we're gonna do revision of chapter number 6 and chapter number 8 of our biology portion. So in today's lecture, we will be doing some questions and we will be knowing or learning about how to write the answers of those questions. Okay, now we'll start with the first question, that is, describe the glands involved in the digestive system. So this is the most common question. So this question can be asked in certain ways, like in the form of match the columns, or in the form of fill in the blanks, or short answers, and even the long answers questions. So we will be doing we will be covering all the organs and all the glands and the secretions and the enzymes, so that this single question will cover up all the different points, and many questions can be made on this. So it happens sometimes that a question, there can be 5 different questions and different languages can be asked, but they have a same answer. So you should be knowing how to decode the question. Okay, so first we'll be starting with the organs. So here there are actually main 3 organs. Sorry, it's okay. Organ, and then I will write some glands, secretion, that what do these glands will secrete, enzymes, then the end product also we can write, but we'll be doing it afterwards. Okay, so the end product, what do they make? Okay, so now we'll start with the first organ, that is mouth. Okay, so we know that mouth secretes saliva. So in the mouth there is a gland which is called as salivary glands. So this salivary gland secretes saliva. Okay, so this mouth is an organ, gland is salivary gland, and it secretes the saliva, and the enzymes which it secretes is salivary amylase. Okay, so the enzyme is salivary amylase, and then it produces starch. Okay, so that means in the mouth, when we eat food, the digestion starts itself in the mouth. With the help of salivary glands, there is a secretion of saliva which produces enzymes called salivary amylase, which is very important to know that, and then it converts our food into starch, and then finally into the maltose. Okay, now after that comes the another organ, which is stomach. Now stomach produces stomach has a gastric glands. Okay, stomach has gastric glands which produces gastric juices. Gastric juices. JUICES, juices. Okay, so it produces 2 different enzymes, which is, number 1 is pepsin and the other one is lipase. Okay, so what are these gastric juices? They produces hydrochloric acid. Okay, and different gastric juices. So mucus is also secreted in this. So what they do, they produces enzymes called as pepsin and lipase. So now pepsin it digests the protein. Okay, so pepsin digests the protein, and lipase digests the lipids, and it forms peptones from proteins and glycerides from lipids. Okay, so after this comes the third organ, which is actually not the organ, because this is called as a duodenum. Duodenum, which has two different glands, so we cannot call liver as an organ. So liver is a gland, liver. Then the other one is pancreas. Please forgive my writing. Okay, so this is pancreas. Now the liver secretes bile juice, okay, and this pancreas, they secrete pancreatic juices. So bile juice do not have any enzymes. Okay, so bile juice do not have any enzymes in it, though it does not have any enzymes. Now what are enzymes? Enzymes are those biological catalyst which helps to speed up the reaction. Okay, so pancreatic juices are of three types actually: amylase, the second one is trypsin. These are very important because these are always asked in different style, different questions, different manner, so you should always know all these things. Okay, so pancreatic juices secretes the enzymes called as amylase, trypsin and lipase. These three enzymes are secreted by these pancreatic juices. Okay, so this do not have any enzyme. So what does the bile juice do? It digests the fat and starch, and it does the emulsification of fat. Emulsification of fats, this bile juice. Okay, and then these amylase, trypsin and lipase. Amylase digests protein, trypsin digests fat, and lipase is this also do the emulsification. Okay, so it generally, what does lipase, we know that it converts into lipids and glycerides, so it will form peptones and peptides. Okay, peptones and peptides. You can also refer the tutorial link which I'll provide you along with this. Peptones and fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, so after this there comes the another organ, which is small intestine. Because in the large intestine nothing is done, only the final absorption of water is done. So this has intestinal glands. Okay, so this also secretes the other juices, which in your NCERT book these are not in detail, or what does the intestine secretes. So we just have only read that there are some intestinal juices, so we'll just write intestinal juices, and they can be enzymes which digest I think sugar and then lipase, and they also converts peptones into sugars and triglycerides and amino acids and sugar. So they are this is not in detail, so mainly what are asked is the secretion of these main things, that stomach secretes gastric juices, which include the HCl, and then also stomach has one more thing is called as a mucus. So there is a mucous membrane which protect the stomach lining, which forms the stomach lining, so that the stomach does not get affected by the high presence of hydrochloric acid. So the final is intestinal, so intestinal glands and intestinal juices, and there can be enzymes. It also has lipase in it, and conversion of amino acids, glucose, and then fatty acids, only. So this is a one question. So it's not mean that this question is coming, but this I want to just tell you that this is revised. So it can be in the form of master columns or in the form of one word. And what are the enzymes? What are the glands which secrete these enzymes? And what are the end products? What do they form? What do they digest? So this is completing this. And along with that, the heart, the diagram of heart is very important. We have done this already, so please, yes, this is also important, this in your NCERT book, that what happens when this there is a breakdown of glucose, how do the glucose break down. So you have to learn this. You can also check the video which I have made, the lecture video. And then again, this is also a very important diagram. You have to practice all with all the labelings. This is very important. And this binary fission of amoeba is also very important. Of course, this respiratory system, all the diagrams from the NCERT books are very important. Questions are being asked. Heart is again very important. You should also know that how does it work. So it has 4 chambers. I have taught you heart so many times that I think it's very clear to you people. So it has 4 chambers, and it is separated by a segment called as septum. It's a wall, dividing wall. Then it has here is the right ventricle, and here is the upper top is the right or atrium or auricle, whatever you say, atrium, auricle, same thing. And then it's right ventricle, and here is the left atrium and the left ventricle. Here are the openings. These are called valves. These are the only one-way valves. The blood can only come out. It cannot go in the upward direction, because when the blood enters here in the second chamber, it just closes down. So blood can only enter in the downward direction. It will not go upward. And here is this blue one is the pulmonary artery, and this is the aorta, which will send all the blood from the heart, all the purified blood from the heart to the body. Okay, and this is the pulmonary artery. So these are the pulmonary veins. So now the thing is that in the heart, the body will send all the impure blood to the heart, and then heart will send the blood to the lungs, and lungs will fill up the air in the blood, and again they will send the blood to the heart again. So we know that arteries carry the pure blood, and veins carry the impure blood, but only the pulmonary artery will carry the impure blood, and they will take the blood from the heart to the lungs, and then the pulmonary veins will bring back the pure blood which has oxygen in it back to the heart. Okay, so here are the two entrance we can call. So the vena cava, superior vena cava from the upward direction, and then the low vena cava, they just bring the impure blood to the right atrium. Okay, so right hand side is separated by the left hand side with the help of the septum. Okay, it's a wall, so the blood does not mixes. So this is blue portion is impure blood, that means which do not have oxygen in it. This is a pure blood. Okay, I think it's clear now. Then it's blood pressure, so please go through this all as well. And this is also important. It's just a simple instead of sometimes diagrams of heart, sometimes it comes the mechanism of how does it work. So from where the blood goes, from which direction to which direction, I think you know that. So transportation is again very important. Please do learn this. Then excretion, this diagram is important. About this, I haven't seen this diagram ever, but it's better to practice, because question can be asked from the students about this diagram. But this diagram is not asked to make by the student. Maybe diagram can come and you will be asked for the labeling. So it's very simple. How does excretion happen? Actually nephrons, which are present in the kidney. So actually kidney is a bean-shaped structure, and the kidney has a filtration unit in it. It's called nephron, which is in the woman's capsule. I will also provide the link for this, which I've taught you in that. So this is it. Then this chapters are coming. This is not in your syllabus, so please skip this chapter for this year. Now next is, okay, this is the end of the book. Now the reproduction. For this is also important chapter. Okay, so regeneration. Many times questions are asked, what is regeneration? And this budding in hydra, I've seen a lot of times these questions about multiple fission and binary fission. diagrams can be asked to make. Okay, so we'll try with a few more questions. So reproductive is very important. All the diagrams are important in the reproduction. So let's practice few more questions in this. So let's say, what will happen if we will leave a healthy plant and coat its leaf with Vaseline? Okay, so if we will apply the Vaseline on a healthy plant leaf, what would happen? So answer is very easy. What would happen? Because we know that on the leaf there are some stomata. So the diagram of stomata is also very important. So kidney shaped guard cells. So when this guard cells become turgid, these stomata pores will open, and when they will become shrink, so the pores will be closed. But if you apply a Vaseline on the leaf, what will happen? It will clog the stomatal pores. Then they will be, number one, what will happen? There will be no loss of water because of waxy coating on the surface leaf. So the no loss of water, that means no exchange of gases. Always, whenever you write the answers for your biology, please make sure that don't write in a paragraph, write in points. It will give you good marks. Always try to write in points. Then no photosynthesis. Will occur because there will be no exchange of gases. Okay, then no transpiration. So the plant will die. Okay, so this is how you should write the answers. When there are long answers, that does not mean that you have to write 2 pages or 3 pages answers. You can also write a short answer, but you have to mention the main points which are supposed from you to be answered. You should always mention the key points so that the answer should be right. You can also write a short answer, but because there are no word limits in the science exam, you should have to write the main part of the answer and then you will score good marks. But if you have plenty of time, you can write the answer long as well. So one last question. It is a value based question. So let's think that there's a question about a girl. She's in class 10th and she's feeling that her skin color is turning pale. Okay, and she also feels some fatigue and she's not able to run properly and to do her things well, and she feels tired all the time. So what would be the reason? So these are the parts of, now this is a statement, and then we have parts of questions like which disease is she suffering from? Okay, is she suffering? Now it can be another question that what kind of diet she should take. And what are the values? Were neglected. So a girl is not having her food properly and her skin color is changing. So what are the values which she is neglecting? So the answer for the first question would be which disease. So the answer is that she is suffering from anemia. Okay, because we have read in the chapter that hemoglobin imparts the blood color, and it also has an iron content into it. So when a person suffers from the anemia, its body turns to pale color. So she is suffering from anemia. What diet she should have in her? What diet she should have? So she should have green vegetables and fruits for this. Okay, then what are the values? So the values are that she should respect the concept of balanced diet. She should take care of herself, and she should respect about her health. So these are the values. So for these kind of questions, if they come in the science, don't get confused. You just have to write the values, normal values. Okay, so these are the few questions. I hope your topics are clear. So you can also watch any of the lecture because you have all the lectures in the portal. That is easy for you. In the end of this, I will provide you some questions for the practice for your test. It will help you. So till then, if you have any problem, you can ask, and I will be providing some links along of the old lectures which you can study. Okay. So till then, take care and study hard. Thank you.